Hello everyone, this is James from the Talesian Pass, and today we're gonna talk about the latest patch in World of Warcraft 11.1 Undermined, and specifically about something that it's gonna be really excited, which is the drive system. Some of you might not like it that much. I've actually loved it. And even if you don't like it, today we're gonna talk about something that might make it a little bit better for you, right? So, as you know, Blizzard, like ever since the 2020, started giving the game a gamepad support, right? So what we're gonna do today is that we're gonna learn how to use your gamepad to control your drive in the war within, in World of Warcraft, right? So we're gonna use this built-in support for a gamepad that the game has and bind it to our car. All right. Now, to set this up, you just need any kind of gamepad, right? Right now, I only have Xbox controller, and I also have a generic one, a very simple Bluetooth Red Dragon gamepad, and both of them work perfectly. All right, so that's all that you need, right? Now, for you to do this, you will realize that as soon as I logged in, you will see some messages sometimes that the gamepad was enabled, right? However, if you have no idea how to activate this, it's very simple. All right, so you just need to hit the enter key, right/console, then gamepad enable space 1, and when you hit enter, the gamepad was activated, right? Now, as soon as you plug in a new control, the game will detect it and you will get this message underneath, right? And detecting which kind of gamepad you used. And as soon as you do this, you can use the joysticks of your gamepad to start moving your character around, right? Your left joystick will be for you to move your character, and your right joystick will be used to turning your camera, right? So remember about this thing in a little bit, because the right joystick is gonna play a very good role. I'll explain a little bit later. Okay. Now, to set up your gamepad with the drive system, we need to do a couple of things. So, the first thing is to keybind your control, right? So, for your gamepad to be used on anything, you will need to assign it some actions on your key bindings menu, right? As you can see on my action bar, some of the actions have already been replaced by some of those key bindings, okay? So those are the default ones that Blizzard added. I have already changed a bit, but I will show you how to do it from scratch, okay? So the first thing you have to do is to go to the GAN menu. All right. So when you go to the game menu and go to options, you want to go to the key binding section next, right? So for you to bind some of the movement of your car, we're gonna go to the section of the key bindings that says movement keys. Okay. So we're just gonna change one key here, and I'll explain a little bit better why, right? The movement of your character, it's already set up by default by the joystick, so you don't need to do anything here, right? Unless you actually want to change it, but I wouldn't recommend you to. All right. Now, both of your joysticks are already set up, right? So the only thing that you want to set up here is to bind the jump option to one of the buttons on your gamepad, right? So in my case, I used one of the triggers, the right trigger. All right, you can use whichever you want, but I like the triggers a little bit more. Okay. Now, the next thing you want to bind is the action bar. All right. So when you cast the mount, and you'll notice which command, it's using your character, because you'll see either numbers and the keys if you're using your keyboard, or you will have the icons of the buttons depending on which one it's active at the moment. Okay, now when you cast the mount, you will have 4 buttons on it that you can control with your control. So my suggestion is that you bind action button 1, 2, 5, and 6, and assign it one of the main 4 buttons on your gamepad, whether it's A, B, X, and Y, whichever way you wish. All right? Now, if that's done, then we're pretty much ready to let this rip. All right? So, I'm gonna switch to my gamepad now, right? As soon as you use one of your joysticks, your action bar will change, right? And now you can cast your mount and start moving your car with your gamepad, right? So notice on the bottom that the bar says A, B, X, and Y. That's the way you know that the gamepad is the one that is being used right now, right? There's a very, very good thing about driving a car with a gamepad. I've always loved it. It's much more natural for me to have a car driven with a gamepad rather than the keyboard. It really makes it feel like it's an actual racing game, right? Okay, now there's another thing that we are gonna do with this, and it's drifting, right? So drifting, it's a very, very important part of the controls of this system, okay? So before we talk about that, we need to talk about the joysticks, okay? So as you can see, your joystick, your left joystick will control when you go forwards, when you brake, and when you go backwards, right? Now, if you wanna use the reverse, you will pull your joystick down and go into some of these directions, right? If you wanna move forward and steer, you will just need to pull it forward and drive as normal, right? That's all you can do with your left joystick. Now, your right joystick, we talked about it before, it controls your camera, but it does something more than that, right? Now, what we did before was binding one of the triggers to your spacebar, right? And as of right now, your spacebar is the one that handles the drifting, right? So drifting needs to be done when you are already running, and then you press the trigger or whichever button you bound to the spacebar, and then you will need to use the right joystick to drift in the direction that you want. Okay, so it will go something like this. All right. So if you push, if you use your trigger, or if you use your drift key before, you're good to go. And then the joystick, and it's gonna take a little bit of practice. This is brand new. I'm also trying to master it myself, but it's really, really neat. Okay, this is pretty much what you do with this system, right? And that's pretty much the way you're gonna be able to use your drift. Now, the other 4 keys that you bound are the ones that are for the other functions of your car. If you hit A, in my case, it's the boost that we have. B would be the honk. X would be the key for you to receive some jobs and play a little bit of Crazy Taxi. And Y would be the button for you to leave the car. Right? Now, your character can still be controlled with your gamepad, so don't you worry about it. But what I want to do for last, it's for you to do something really, really neat, and it's to summon your mount with your gamepad, okay? So, To do this, we need to do a macro, or at least a key binding. Okay, so the key binding that we're gonna do would be to one of the buttons in your action bars and bind it to one of the buttons of your gamepad. Okay, so to do this, I already did it with this button, but I'm gonna show you how to do it yourself. So you go to the options menu, and then you go to quick bindings again, and then you're gonna go to the action bar, whichever it is that you put your mount button. Okay, so your mount button should be the one that if you take it outside of your bars, it will appear right here on the screen. So you just need to put it whatever you want, right? And as soon as you do, right, locate the bar where you put it and open that bar, and you will be ready to assign a specific option. Since your gamepad is connected, the alternative option will be the one that handles this new key binding that you're gonna make. Okay, so in my case, the button, it's an action bar 7, button 12. It's over here, and you just need to click on it and then push any of the buttons on your gamepad that you wish to bind, right? So I use the start button, very fitting because we're starting the car, right? And then you can close it, return to the game, and so look at my my cursor is nowhere near the bar. All right, now my cursor is over there, and I just press the start button and I just cast my mount. It's very, very simple. It's very, very cool, and that's it. The rest, it's a matter of practice. It's a matter of you having fun with this. It's a really, really nice system. I am surprised that Blizzard has even been able to do something like this. I'm a little sad that it's a little contained just to this space, but I understand that if it isn't, then probably our ground mounts are basically useless now. So yeah, have fun with this. It's a really, really good addition to World of Warcraft. Very, very thematic with this zone, especially in this side of the zone. It's great for you to practice your drifting. And that's pretty much it for the moment. And I hope you have a really, really good time. Have fun with this option. Have fun on the Undermined, trying to be as an unsafe driver as I can. I really hope Blizzard keep doubling down on this and finally give us like a racing mode, very much like Plunderstone, but with dragon racings and all of this. So yeah, have fun with this. Using a gamepad with this completely improves it. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. I hope you have a good time with this. Please follow me for more of these guides. I know I'm not the best regular YouTuber ever, but if there is more interest, I'll keep doing them. Please share, comment, like, and subscribe. Give me your thoughts about this system. I'll be happy to go through them as well. Hit the bell for alerts. And as I told you, this is James from the Talation Pass. I hope I see you next time, and Shorel Arak.